What's up, everybody? Week 8, just getting over a cold, so my voice is a little scratchy. Hopefully, you can hear me. Going straight lecture. We're going to get into the theme song, come back, and this is going to be a good one, very informative. So get your pencils ready and let's get into it. Theme song. All right, welcome back. Still got to give a big shout out to Brandon Meeks for the theme song. Visit his website. It's right there at the beginning. You see it down there at the bottom when the music's playing. He's getting ready to release an album too. He's also in the Miles Davis movie. So for you guys that are, like me, big jazz fans, you see back here on the wall, I got Miles Davis back there on the wall. But this week, getting right into the lecture, in 323, on your course outline in your syllabus, week 8, we were going to talk about the brainstorming, creation of content, looking at each website, creating brochures, updating the website, tweeting your plans, discuss sales strategies and blogging, why it works, and writing your first post, which was part of last week as well. But I started this last week and I did it in regard to the music blog, but this is a very good follow-up. So get your pencils ready. I'm about to get into the lecture and I'm going to start reading. I'll try to put some subtitles down here to make sure you hit the major points, but make sure you listen and hit me with any questions once this is over. All right. When you're starting a business of any type, your job is to be where the people are buying. Starting a website is basically for establishing your presence on the web and giving a person a location where they can find you, quickly and contact you right away. Because sometimes you're not going to be physically in front of someone. Most people starting a business can work primarily on word of mouth, and that's a good thing. What I'm looking at this week is the website as a tool that reinforces word of mouth and a strategic tool for reaching the audience after you have conquered your region. In my first book, 1 Hour to Wealth, one of the key tools was conquer your region. It's a section in the book. And what I meant by that was if you're starting a business, if you can conquer the city that you're in, then it becomes a little bit easier to expand outside of that city because you've done a good enough job in the city that more than likely your message is going to start reaching more people, right? So you conquer your region first. But after you've conquered your region, what you have to realize is, you're going to have to expand outside of your region if you want to start scaling or if you want to get bigger. All right. But the way to conquer your region first, though, is doing yard sales, going to flea markets, setting up pop-up shop, different locations. You can run your business forever this way. You don't have to expand. You probably don't even have to ever get a website. But I know a lot of people are really interested in the idea of getting bigger than where they are. And, that just makes sense that you want to grow and reach more people. What typically happens is people start to share what you're doing in your city with people outside of the city. So once it starts to go outside of the city, you may get requests through social media, right? And at that point, if you're getting requests through social media and, people are writing you and inboxing you and things like that, then yeah, it makes sense that you should have a website set up, okay? And I got this camera over a little bit far. I'm going to move it and twist it. If you're getting those requests through social media, then what you have to start saying to yourself is, all right, I'm expanding my reach. I'm getting to more people. So at that point, you should have a website, but a lot of us may not have websites when we first start, okay? I know it seems that you should be working on your business 24/7, but sometimes you will have the ability to do some marketing for your business, right? And it's at this point when you have to start marketing and you're reaching those people outside of your city. you should really capitalize off the interest in your business by having a website done. All right. That's why in this class so far, I focused so much of the first 7 weeks on website, website, website. I didn't talk about going to set up at a yard sale. I didn't talk about, or I didn't grab the camera and go out and show you what it looks like at a sneaker fest or at a lawn sale. I didn't show you any of that stuff because my focus is really on helping you extend your reach online and doing so effectively. But my idea is that you never know when what you're doing becomes more exciting. And if it becomes more exciting to a lot of people, then you have to have all of your retail fronts in order. That means that you have to have your local, your retail, local, your pop-up or your flea market or wherever you are. You have to have that on point when you get started. Yeah, you have to have some business cards, right? You should have your social media, and that's good. But what a lot of people kind of overlook is the fact that having your website up to par is equally as important. Now, why is it that your website is important? Because, yeah, if you're going out and you're doing flea markets, you're chasing the big money, that's cool. But the little money is also important. I had basically a conversation about this week. The little money is just as important. If your website is set up, as we've been discussing, it means you have applied for AdSense or an affiliate program and that you're blogging and you're trying to pull traffic away from social media sites. You probably are earning an extra 25 cents per day from your website being organized the right way. Now, you're putting articles and things like that on your website, that extra 25 cents a day, it's nothing to kind of sniff at it. Even though it sounds like it's $4 a month, sometimes the small money can grow faster than the big money. But that $4 a month, you're not putting anything into it but the time that you enjoy spending on your website anyway. All right? So let's get into it. This is the question for the week. How does the creation of content, brochures, updating your website, tweeting, enhance your sales strategy? When a business doesn't have any capital, the only resources for advertisement and reaching a bigger market is to be a fan of other businesses that support what it is you are doing. That's a main point, okay? When a business doesn't have any capital, the only resources for advertisement and reaching a bigger market is to be a fan of other businesses that support what it is you are doing. How can you be a fan? You become a part of the community and bring attention to all of those things that fit in with your brand and what you are doing as well. For instance, brand A sells socks. Brand B specializes in workout clothes. You sell performance-based shoestrings that don't require tying. Instead of spending your time doing cold calls to those companies, brand A and brand B, to ask for ad space for free since you don't have any money, you take the time and follow the company on Twitter, follow the company on Facebook. You respond to their questions and posts. You retweet the information they share and you integrate yourself into the community. You don't do this in a drive-by fashion. And what I mean by that is you have to make a sincere attempt to be a part of the community. Come right back. I'm going to pause this and come back to it. All right, I apologize. That was a pretty important phone call, so I had to get that phone call in. Definitely apologize, but that's the way business works. We got to deal with it. So let's get back to what I was saying. I was saying that when you join and integrate yourself in a community, into a community, you don't do this in a drive-by fashion. You have to make a sincere attempt to be a part of their community. Write an article about their company on your website. Tweet it, tag them in it, share it on Facebook, and tag them in it. Show them that you value their work and ask them if you can send them one of your items, right? One of your shoestrings. And see if they'll do a feature on their product and include your product in the feature. So if it's the brand A, the sock company, they put on a pair of shoes, they show your shoestrings, and they make a mention of your shoestrings, right? Now that's about their socks, but they mention your shoestrings as well. Then make sure you add the information that they shared to your site again, and then share it and retweet it. You notice I keep saying again, and I'm stumbling a little bit by saying again and again and again, but when you integrate yourself into a community, it's a real integration. It's not just a one-time thing, okay? Offer them an opportunity for a collaboration pack, right? And where you're going to take brand A's socks and brand B's workout shirt, and they can be bought in a pack with your performance shoestrings. And then all three of you guys can coordinate and drop ship the items to the person who purchased it, drop ship the items to the person if the price is right. So obviously you have to work out the details. If you're offering your shoestring is a $15 shoestring, you need to have built into that price free shipping, so you can ship it to that person, and you can offer that person, whoever's buying this pack, they get the shoestrings for $10 and you still make $2 off of it. The guy with the socks, he's selling for $20, and he's offering that sock basically for $15, and he can still make $5 off of his socks. The person with the performance shirt, they're doing 20 or 30, and they can offer the shirt for 20, and then they can still make $5 off of the shirt. Basically, a collaboration has to be a very kind of tentative thing where you work on it. But my point is this: if you sit down and you integrate yourself into this community, then what happens is everyone begins to share each other's work. Sharing and creating content about other companies. It makes your website more engaging. It doesn't simply hype up another brand at the disadvantage and your brand becomes disadvantaged and not cared about as much. It doesn't push you to the back. Your logo is still at the top of the page when you're talking about someone else's brand. If you have an affiliate account and that brand is carried on Amazon, then you can put that brand in the post where you're talking about it, and maybe someone clicks on it and they buy it, and you get a kickback on your affiliate account, right? You can link to their product and earn the affiliate revenue. More important, if you have AdSense all set up, then when they come to read about that brand on your website, you're making ad revenue. It's very important for you to realize how strong community is in the process of trying to build your business online, especially when you don't have the funds to pay for Facebook ads or Google AdWords or anything else. You don't have the funds to do that. But building community, you can do for free. I kind of talked about all of this last week, but I'm restating it here to kind of drive home the point of building a community. Hopefully you get a better understanding of what I'm saying. This is why you need your website to be a base for content as well as your products. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. That's it. And what I hope you understand is that being a part of the community is only going to be a benefit for you. It's not going to hurt you. Sharing other people's work is only going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. Test it out for yourself and see how it works out. This did go longer than 10 minutes. I didn't intend for it to, but if you can take anything away from this, write about other companies, share their information, and then watch how the doors open for cross promotion. If you don't believe me, just give it a shot. That's it for this week. Hope to see you guys next week. If you have any questions, leave them below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the video. Peace, y'all. See you next week. Yo.